Alright, weenies, let's get this show rolling. We're going to service these tractors today. This is the 3930 that belongs here on the farm. We feed the cattle with. And this is a 96 model 3930 four-wheel drive. This is the first year that they come out. It's Ford New Holland. I don't know if you can see that. That was right when New Holland bought Ford out. So this is the first year of that, which is a pretty good looking tractor. We're going to service it today though. We're going to change oil on it, and we'll get this show rolling here. Got to change oil, grease, check the differentials, the hubs and everything on it. So I'll get you set up here and we'll get this done. Alright guys, we're going to start with draining the oil out of this rascal and see if we can't get the oil drained. I done got the I went ahead and took the plug loose, so this is I thought I had it loose. This tractor will hold approximately 6 quarts, guys. With these front end loaders on these tractors, guys, it does not make it easy. There's just a whole lot in here to get to, and it don't make your life easy at all. The power steering pump is very hard. So, you know, if you come around here to the front trying to get in, you've got to take the air cleaner off, unlatch these latches here on the sides, and get in there to the air cleaner and stuff to clean it and all that junk. And it's a very aggravating deal. So let's see if this thing is about to drain. Get the oil filter took loose here. Oh yeah. So according to the filter on this tractor, last time the oil was changed was 6/9/21, and I'd say that's right. But these tractors don't get ran real hard every day. I mean, they get their fair share of use, but you can see we marked that there 6/9/21, so it's been a little while. It's definitely due. So, and this particular tractor, this is a Napa filter and it's a 1452. So if anybody needs to know that, that's what it is. 843910. I think these tractors are the same, and that's not good, guys. Y'all need to be sure you check this when you're changing oil on something like this. These filters, you see the difference? One has no ring, this one has the ring. Apparently somebody's robbed the ring off of this one at the parts store, or maybe it's just come off somewhere. But you always need to look at that, guys, when you're changing oil in your tractors or your cars or anything else that's got a filter on it, because that would be oil leak heaven. That could cause catastrophic engine failure. So you need to be sure you check those out. Luckily I caught that, so I don't know. I'll look around and make sure it ain't laying there in the floor somewhere. But what I like to do on these filters too, I always like to rub a little oil around this ring before I put them back on. I don't know why, I just feel like that really helps. And you always need to look on the engine when you take the filter off, if you can see, or at least take your finger and feel, or look at your old oil filter and make sure that that rubber has come off the engine block. A lot of times it'll stick to the side of the block. This one didn't, it came off. So, which we don't tighten these down like a lot of people would try to tighten them down like Hercules. We don't do that. I like to put oil in the filters, or at least crank the engine a few times and let it get the oil up in the filter. On this tractor, it don't have the fuel shut off. As far as pulling the fuel shut off and cranking it at the same time, it's electronic, it shuts off with a key. So you have to either just put it on bare bones or put a little oil in it and hope it don't pour out. But a lot of times I found it'll pour down the side of the block. It's hard to do. So I'll put a little bit in it right now, and I'll rub some around the ring of it. That way we know it's gonna seat good and it'll come back off too that way. It won't stick to the block that way. So, get this filter back on here. Well, that's pretty well. That's got the filter changed, the oil is drained. We'll put the plug back in it, and see if we can't put 6 quarts of oil in this jewel. This tractor actually has, there it is, guys. It has a little bit of a power steering leak that really needs to be addressed. I don't know if I will do that today or not, but it does need to be addressed. It needs to be took care of, and I don't know if it's a line leaking. You see a lot on the motor. I think that it might be maybe coming around the line there on the pump. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, we'll go here and see if we can get this hood open. You guys can see a little bit of what I'm talking about right here. All the hoses and the latch back in there. It just don't make these tractors fun to work on at all. So you do what you gotta do, you know. And I appreciate everybody giving me their opinion on the groundhog, putting the windshield on there. That actually worked out pretty good. It's rattle free. It ain't flopping around. As you seen, I use zip ties, so that worked out good. And don't know if I'll mess with these fuel filters or not. They changed not too long ago, maybe. Well, I don't know about that. After I get to looking at them. Here's your coolant. You check your coolant here, and that actually needs to be checked, so I will go ahead and open that up. Here, look at that, and it looks to be pretty well, so that's a good sign. No, it ain't losing any coolant. Make sure we get that back on there good. And we'll see if we can't get some oil in this. I'll see if I can get that done right quick. And we'll get to greasing. Just so you guys can see this. I wasn't going to video this part, I was just going to do it, but I will go ahead and video it. As you can see, there's no fun way to get to these. That's one. That's a full 4 quarts. That is 1 gallon. That is a 1 gallon jug. And we'll stick that, make sure, which I'm pretty sure, what I said, it'll hold 6 quarts. And I'm pretty sure it's not 6.5, but I think it's 6. So we'll stick it right here and make sure what it is. That way we know. guys see, the oil is just up there, right there, which you'll have to run down some, and right there is the mark, the actual mark on it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, probably not, but so it's still showing to be about 2 quarts low. So I get these other 2 quarts put in it, and I'll show you how to check these hubs and stuff. And just in case, I mean, I don't know if anybody on here has one of these or not, or maybe consider buying one, but you'd want to know how to do this stuff. So I'll show you how to do the hubs when I get this done, and then we'll start greasing. I've got to take the shield off of the drive shaft to grease it, and it has a skid shield on the drive shaft, I guess, to protect it, and it has grease fittings in there that you cannot get to. So that'll have to be taken loose, and the drive shaft grease, we didn't do it the last time, it needs to be done this time. So we'll do that, make sure everything's right, put it back, and check hydraulic fluid, and we'll be done with this one. We'll be on the next one. Right here, guys, I don't know if you can see it or not, in this drive shaft there's grease fittings in there. There's a carrier bearing there, and I don't think there's one on the back of this, but you want to grease it. Then we gotta get that plug out there and see if the differential's full of oil, and we'll check these hubs. I'll show you guys how that's done, and we'll see if we can get some grease on this dry shaft here right quick, and then we'll go from there. I really need this differential turned so I can get to it, but it don't act like it wants to cooperate. I'm getting grease in there, I can hear it, but I'm losing some too, so we'll give it a few good pumps here. There it is. So that's got that. Now there's a fitting on the carrier bearing, and I'll have to go around to the other side to get to that. But that is a 7-quart pan apparently, between it and the filter. So I guess I was wrong. I could have swore it was 6 quarts. Maybe that's the other tractor. Now this carrier bearing is located right here, right in front of this cross member. And it actually has grease fitting on it as well. And see if we can get some grease in it. We just, like I said, these tractors don't get used in a way all that much. Then again, they do. They're used quite a bit. But we'll try to get these. We do this like every other time or something. And fuel filters and stuff, we'll do them like every 2 times, as long as we ain't having no problems with them. And there ain't anything on the back of this shaft, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Be sure to get the front and this carrier bearing, but the shaft back there on the back is actually on a spline shaft back there and just clamped onto it, so there's no need for a grease fitting on nothing like that. So this right here, I have found to be a fun part of this deal, is trying to get all this back together. So you put this cap on here, and everything's got to be lined up, and it's a pain in the tail. So I know you guys probably can't really see what I'm doing, but you get the gist of it. If you're ever around one of these, have to work on it or service it, you'll know that way what it entails. Never know when somebody might be wanting to buy one of these or something and need to service it. They can watch this video and maybe figure some things out. And I get this put back together right here. And that'll have that greased. And I'll grease the rest of the tractor. And we'll get started on the differential fluids. Get this bolt here in. If I can find the hole. There it is. I'll get this tightened up, and I'll grease the rest of this, and we'll move on to the differential fluid, the hydraulic fluid. I'll show you guys how to check all that. The hydraulic fluid on these tractors has got a unique way to check them, but I'll show you that. So anything on this tractor, guys, that's got a grease fitting on it, we're going to grease it. I've got pretty much most of it greased. There's grease fittings on the brake pedal, the clutch pedal. All these fittings back here that you see, there's a bunch of them. So I've got most of that. Got to start on the front end loader, but I'm going to fire it up, raise the floater up. It's very important to do these. A lot of people leave the bottom ones out on these, and they need to be done. We got the drive shaft grease and all that, but on these hubs there is a line here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It says oil level line. You get this hub straight to where this line's level. You take this plug out, and if the oil's right there, maybe running out of it, or if it's just, if it's close, you're good to go. So got that. We'll get into that here in just a second, but I want to raise this up and grease these fittings on the bottom of this, and grease the fittings up under there. So we'll fire this big jewel up. See if we can't get those. I always give it enough to where I can see it coming out. Once I see just a little bit, that's good. But a lot of people want to leave the bottom ones out on them loaders, and they really need to be greased. So you should always raise them up and grease that. But try not to get up under them, because That's not a good thing to be doing. I know a lot of people's been killed by them. So I always stay out to the side away from them and try not to get up and under them. We're still doing this old school way with the pump grease gun, and it is what it is, you know. So that's got the greasing pretty well taken care of. We'll let this back down right here. And I think I pretty well took care of the air filter a while back, so we won't pull it right now. We'll just get on with the hubs. Get on to doing these hubs here. Alright guys, so we got our level line here. We want it to be pretty well level, straight across, and we'll take this plug loose and just use a 1/2" ratchet or breaker bar or whatever. My situation, I'm going to use the breaker bar. You can use either. So you take this plug out, if you've got it pretty well level, and if there's oil in here, it should be right up at the top, and that one is good. I got oil on the floor now, so that one's alright. We ain't got to worry about that one. So we'll go to the other side, we'll do the same thing on it. And you'll make sure to get these back tight. You don't want to get somewhere and lose one. That wouldn't be good for the hub. So that pretty well done that. You see there. That took care of the hub. That one's good. I would imagine the other one's good too. So I'll just go ahead and I'll check it too, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now so you guys can see. This is checking the front differential. Pretty much the same critter. You just get a 1/2" breaker bar or ratchet in there and turn that out. And I'm gonna have to set the camera down. Sorry guys. I know I suck. I can't help it. So I'll get you here where you can see this. Gonna have to turn this a little further. There's really a lot to go over on these tractors when you start. I'm not getting any oil out of that front differential, so that's probably not a good sign. The oil should be up to right there, and as you see, I'm sticking my pinky all the way down in there. So That's probably not good. I'll put some oil in that. But you get the gist of it. Let's check this, which I'm pretty sure this one should be okay. And again, I'm gonna set you guys down. I can't. We'll get our line level here. Make sure. Yep. That side's good too. I would imagine y'all seen the oil run out of that. So that's pretty well got that. So we'll put some oil in the front differential, and you pretty well have it, guys. That's servicing the 3930. We've got that done today. So anyway, you all seen how to do all that, and we'll go ahead and put oil in that, and that'll pretty well do this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, stay tuned. There'll be more coming. Catch you on the next one. Alright, Winnies, one thing I forgot, I'll go ahead and get you right here now. I'm checking the hydraulic oil and the rear ends and stuff on these tractors. Rear end, your hydraulic, everything's together. Just gonna use a 3/8 drive extension and a 3/8 wrench. And what you do is you put this in over the plug, and the plug is right there. So we're just gonna put this extension over this plug, just like so. And then you take your ratchet and put it on here, and you turn it. I went ahead and broke this loose because it was very, very tight. But it's the same deal. You pull the plug, if the plug runs down the side, you know it's full. That is the full mark. So same principle as the hubs and the front differential and all that. You take that plug out. If it runs down the side, then it's full. If it's not up to that, you probably need to add a little. The front differential, you all seen we checked it. It was quite low. I put about 2.5 quarts of oil in it. We got something going on there. I don't know if it's a seal leaking or what, but that'll be another day, another project. Once I find out what it is, we'll address it here soon. But thanks for watching, guys.